Hello and welcome to today's video. So, I managed to smash my ring finger into a drawer and mangle myself, so I'm going back to some older footage while I try to let my finger heal. It does truly look awful, so I didn't really think I could put it on film without horrifying all of us, myself included. Although hilariously, in this older footage, my fingernails have clearly just broken and they're all short as hell. So, what can you do? Today, we are going to look at Edible Arrangement by Bee's Knees Lacquer. It is a pink mini-flake polish with a green to silver shimmer. It is an older polish that was re-released, and I decided I would give it a chance. I am trying to expand several color categories, and pink is one of them. And I didn't have any mini flake pinks, so this felt like a good fit. And there is no question in my mind that this is not an orange. So no worries about that particular weird habit of mine. I had wanted to swatch this for Valentine's Day, but things were just not lining up. I think I had received it in time to do that, but I didn't have time to swatch it and find a bit of sunlight for the full hand shot. So I just decided I would put it on and take some footage and hold on to it for an opportune time. Now is that opportune time. So this one does have a bit of a foil look, but I do think it is a soft pink that would have worked for Valentine's Day if you were into pink. It has pretty good coverage on the first coat. The saturation is nearly full for the fact that it isn't a deep color. I think this is a polish that could be worn in any number of coats. I didn't get it completely even in one because my nail is a bit short and I was trying desperately not to flood my sidewall because when your nails are short, it's such a pain to get everything out of all these tiny little crevices. In the second coat, I think we're at full saturation of the color, but there is a tiny hint of nail line. I'll probably stop in 2 in the future, but I could definitely see others wanting a third coat for that extra opacity. I'm going to call this one a flamingo or a taffy pink. For some weird reason, the internet actually agrees that those are definitely pinks that abide by those names. I think this one is a bit closer to taffy because it does pull just the slightest bit more purple, and flamingo has a hint of salmon or orange. But I do think this is more of a true pink overall, just a dilute red with not much of an undertone, at least in my eyes. I think that purplish lean comes from the flakes and their shifts rather than the base color. I had no specific purpose in mind for this particular polish except to fill a void in my collection. That does not mean I don't like it. Clearly, when it came around the first time, I passed it over because my first instinct was that I was not interested in a pink. But it had a lot of elements that I did like. It was a jelly, it had flakes, it shifted. I had nothing else even remotely like it, so it slid right into my collection drawer without an ounce of friction. I do go in for a third coat. I wanted to see if it changed at all between the second and third coat, and I did get a little bit more color. I think it looks good in either 2 or 3, it just depends on the exact look you want. I was trying to match Twine Your Life Around People You Love on my other hand. It was a medium saturation green, so a third coat for this one looked good to go with that polish. The extra opacity on this one did make the two look like they were of a kind. In terms of animals, this reminds me of the Roseate Spoonbill. Do I just want to be able to talk about spoonbills? Oh yes. But they are actually this color. I think the darker portions of the adults are this shade of pink. And look at that bill! I love it so much. Spoonbills and boobies are the best birds. I love a silly bill on a bird, whether it is the color or the shape. In the sun, you can easily see the silver and the shimmer, but the green is a little more elusive. You can see it on my thumb. I think it's more of a pear color. Almost a dilute highlighter yellow-green. As I move to the window, I feel like I'm getting just a bit of blue and violet in the flakes. This is not a strongly shifting polish. Most of what you are going to see is the pink base. The shifts are more of a sprinkle than a flood. This does also remind me of poppies. I am obsessed with poppies. I keep trying to grow them, but I think I have the wrong soil and light conditions because they never live. Except for California poppies. Their petals are like tissue paper. I've been able to grow them in pots, so that is handy for me. As usual, the chipmunks are not helpful. I do tend to grab the mixed colored ones, so I do get oranges and salmons as well, but I do enjoy the pink ones. In the sun and shade, we start by seeing the flakes as quite silver. I can see several shifts in the bottle for this polish. I got nervous that I hadn't captured them in footage, but I do get some of them in the next shot. It always annoys me when I feel like I'm seeing something in person that I can't quite capture on camera. Luckily, I did get some of the polish shifts in here. In this shot, the flakes really don't change that much. I'm just seeing more of the base color in the shade, which is fine. Again, if you wanted a pink polish, you're definitely getting pink with this one. I'm not entirely sure what the next video is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a serious video. I think it's going to be some more older footage so that I can give my hand some time to heal. But we will see. In the artificial light, I feel like I'm getting some blue out of the flakes, especially when I'm facing the window. The blue fades into a little bit of green, but I feel like the blue is easier to see. There might be some small amounts of violet in there as well. As I move over to the left in the darker areas, it picks up some dilute peach and gold tones. I know the official description has green as a shift, but I don't think it features all that highly. And I do feel like I've failed to show the green very well when it is there. That is the one shift I think I fell down on. Violet is shy as well, but so is the green. I would say the two dominant colors in this one are the blue and silver, but green, violet, peach, and gold are supporting characters. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so that I can learn the ukulele and serenade the woodland creatures. Please enjoy a clip from a couple of weeks ago of my very pregnant chipmunk. You're so big, Chippy. I know.